Phil, thank you again. Behind them we've got Justin Rose, Connor Swire and Clinton Wood, James Fern, Kieran Smith and Jamie Green. He's out there again in the ultra brilliant stuff, Jamie Thomas, Tony Russo, Darren Corker, Peter Cannons, Dan Preston. Then we've got the 600s mixed in there. We're going to have a split start. I'll tell you what, we're going to concentrate on the start we've got here in front of us, because away we go. Pretty clean off the line. Not as bad as the last time he started a race. Skins to use as a braking or as get underway. We're going to keep a close eye. There you go as the 600s get underway, and that's going to be a good start. That was a pole position man, wasn't it, there who got off? Somebody with a hand in the air as well. Peter Cannons on pole position makes the most of the start, but somebody unfortunately hand in the air is well, they're still going, but very slowly, and they're not.
Yeah, that's hand in the air. Yeah, I think they'll be pulling off.
Going to pull it off at the first corner. I mean, if there's something wrong with the bike, we'd much rather you stayed on the high line. Yeah, they're going to go for the barrier there. Good people, clearly out the way. Good. They disappear off the slipstream battle.
Oh, sorry, Keith. Is that two riders down up there at Wilson's?
Yeah, that's going to be the rookie 600s as well at Wilson's there. So
both riders up and okay.
We're rapidly running out of rookie 600s at this rate, aren't we, mate? That's three down already. We're already up to the second corner. That's impressive even by rookie 600 standards. On to the back straight then. It is going to be Mr. Creasy. No, it's not Creasy, is it? There's Tyler, isn't it?
No, I think that's Darryl Dance. Tyler Donovan always playing flat against the tank there. Of course, is right there in the wheel track. So it is, I tell you, it looked like it could well have been a move there from Tyler Donovan. And indeed it is. So Tyler Donovan, number 19, on that blue and gold Kawasaki. He leads the way from Darryl Dance and Morgan Creasy on that fluorescent yellow GSXR Suzuki. That is your top three. But of course, Tyler Donovan, he seems to like it here at Snetterton. He took his first ever win here at Snetterton in a year or two ago. And of course, he's not too bad in the inclement weather conditions as well.
No, not at all. He loves a bit of sunny stuff. I mean,
even at the last round where there was rivers running across the track, Tyler Donovan was he was the man to beat, wasn't he? But here they come onto the front straight to complete lap number one. Tyler Donovan, he leads the way from Darryl Dance, and Morgan Creasy just blasts by. He's up into second place now there. Darryl Dance trying to just edge out Morgan Creasy and holds on to that second position. So Darryl Dance, he is still there in second place as we look up onto the screen then. We'll try and pick up the rookie 600 riders who may not have come around.
No, they haven't quite come around yet. I think we'll see the first of them in just a moment. I think Peter Cannons might be leading the way there, but yeah, you're right, lots of chopping and changing.
Yeah, the number 8 machine of Joe Denny, unfortunately, showing us not going
Another one that's not making it, unfortunately. Yeah,
second number 2.
There, mate. Daryl Skins is back in this race. He's come across the line having lost 10 places on the opening lap. It is indeed Peter Cannons who leads the way. And Peter is ahead of, let's see, that's Matt Benton from the second row who's made a decent start there.
So here's one for you, kid. Of course, the Rookie 600 Championship. I think, is it still Sean Gosling that leads?
Right, Rookie 600 at the Championship. I've got to, I haven't got that one.
Yellow flag's up there again at Wilson's, and it doesn't look as though it's one of our 600 riders. There's no bib on that particular rider, so we'll have to have a look at the Thunderbike Ultras, because a bib would obviously signify that they are a rookie rider. No bib would mean that they aren't a rookie, and that narrows it down to the Thunderbike Ultras. So we'll certainly keep an eye on that one. As down the back straight they go once again. Donovan from that's Darryl Dance up next, I believe, and Morgan Creasy in that order. So as they go underneath the bridge then in towards the second sector, and it is still Tyler Donovan who leads the way as they go through the bomb hole and on towards Corums now. So looking up towards the circuit, and in fact Morgan Creasy now has the race lead. So Morgan leads the way. He took victory in the Thunderbike Sport, and he's looking good at the moment in front of Tyler Donovan. He's going the long way around, trying to just block him on the inside there at Murray's, and he gets it done. So Tyler Donovan, the number 19 machine, he retakes that race lead ahead of Morgan Creasy. So here they come across the line once again. Lap number 2 complete. 3 more to go, and Tyler Donovan and Morgan Creasy and also Darryl Dance into the 1:59.
Yeah, not hanging around sub 2 minutes laps on these old bikes, and we've got quite a way to go before we get near the lap record pace at this stage. We seem to have, whatever was in the track earlier making it good for lap record seems to have disappeared from the track, because the last few races have all been relatively slow. They're not taking anything away from the riders. I think they're capable of doing the times if the track, the wind conditions and everything else like that allow. The other thing I've just noticed looking at the the 600 results, mate, because I didn't get a chance to go through the grid because I was having a nice chat there with Phil there, is that Sean Gosling is actually back this weekend. He qualified in 5th place, so his lead, which is a slender lead of 3 points ahead of Daniel Preston. Well, that could well disappear because Preston's just coming across the line in 3rd place.
Gosling's in 6th.
Yeah, well, he hasn't made it to the line yet, but yeah, he's a long way back in 6th as well. There he goes, there he goes, yep.
I think he's up in the 5th position now.
5th place now, so he's going to look to pick up 11 points, but right now Preston's going to pick up 16. If it stays that way, that will be an advantage of a mere 2 points to Dan Preston, so that could be a close one. So it would be good to catch up with Sean or somebody from Sean's camp, come and tell us exactly where he's been for the last few rounds. I thought we'd given up on him completely, but no, here he is, he's back, and he's clearly flying along very nicely indeed. There we go, there's the points. Yeah, he's missed Donington, Cabwell, so it's last 2 rounds, but he did win 7 of the first 12 races and finish on the podium in 4 of the others as well, so clearly no mean pedal. In fact, this could be one of the very few races he's finished that he hasn't finished on the podium, actually, so that would be, in fact, no, he's still 12 races, 11 races. He's been on the podium every single time he's finished a race, Sean Gosling. It'd be interesting to see if he can make that up. I don't think so, because at the moment his times are quite a long way from the pace.
Race leaders are back with us, Thunderbike Ultras, and onto the penultimate lap. It's Morgan Creasy who leads the way by half a second, and he sets the fastest lap of the race with a 1 minute 58.161. Donovan and Dance also into the 58s at this time now. Justin Rose into the 159s, and let's have a look. Looks like, is that Clinton Wood, isn't it? So Clinton Wood is now through on James Fern for 5th place. So Clinton Wood, number 85, in 5th, 102, James Fern in 6th, Jamie Green, number 251, in 7th place.
Morgan, of course, we haven't seen very much of Morgan in this particular class this year, but Morgan is a twice champion, of course, in this class, and he's the man with the most riding going on today. He's doing 6 different races, and he's been on pole position for a couple of the races so far too. How did he get it on Thunderbike Sport Race? He won that, didn't he?
He won it.
Yeah, okay, and I'm hoping his bike went through scrutineering, and I don't mean that rudely, because he knew it was a marginal thing, and he was quite happy for it to be, you know, he wants to win the races, obviously, he wants to win them fairly, because he's not an unfair kind of a guy. He's obviously a guy with a lot of energy, though, to do 6 races. Not that he does anything physical outside of racing, I suppose. So I guess he's got plenty of energy to spare. So onto the straight he goes. It's still being pushed very hard indeed, but we are now on the 3rd lap. It's going to be last lap time next time around. But that's not what you call a comfortable gap, is it? Half a second, covering the top 3, in fact.
Now, you say that, but in the first sector, he's gone 0.7 of a second quicker than Donovan, so it's now opened up to about 1.1 seconds, and he's gone purple in sector number 1 as well. Has the number 800 of Morgan Creasy on that fluorescent yellow GSXR Suzuki, so up towards the bomb hole and on towards Corums now. And Darryl Dance is still not out of this one. He's right there in the wheel tracks almost of Tyler Donovan, around about 8 or 9 bike lengths as they go in towards Murray's.
Right, a few other changes there. Clinton Wood went past on James Fern. Darren Corker went past on David May, and David coming out for the weekend. Tony Russo leading the way in the extremes, though. Those 3 quite close together, or relatively close together, not as close as Corker and May. And of course, that's very much a championship battle between Russo and Corker. Those guys come here separated by just 19 points. So Tony Russo will be thanking David May for showing up if he can get way past on Darren Corker, because that'll be a few more points in his favour as Creasy and Donovan come across the line with Dance and then Rose, Fern, Wood. So they change places yet again, James and Clinton. Green, Swire, Thomas, and then Russo clearly leading the extremes. Here comes that battle for second in the extremes. Is Corker now comfortably ahead of May by 1.3 seconds. Another fastest lap though for Creasy, mate. 57.272. He's going to leave the others to pick up the pieces, which is kind of good news for Darryl Dance, because if Creasy there is taking the 25 points, it means that Donovan's only going to open up the gap by 4 points, and there's only 15 points between Tyler and Darryl in this championship, so that's a close battle really, isn't it?
Yeah, you're not wrong, and I think Darryl is close enough this time around to try and make use of the slipstream. Of course, we know that Tyler Donovan is very quick down the back straight as they make their way out of Oggies and on towards Williams now. I think Morgan is just too far up the road now for Tyler Donovan to get into the slipstream, but that can't be said for Tyler Donovan and Darryl Dance as they go down the back straight, and you can just see Tyler just stretching his margin ever so slightly as they go down the Bentley straight for what will be the final time under the bridge into the braking zone now for the left of Brundles and the right-hander of Nelson's, but I don't think Darrell's close enough to make a challenge. If it is, it'll be definitely a do or die at the final corner at Murray's. But out of the right-hander of Nelson's, on through the bomb hole and back into our sight now around Corrams. There's a few tail-enders that are just in front of Morgan. I don't think they're close enough to hamper him, however, as Darrell Dancy's there and he's going for it. He's trying to outbreak Tyler Donovan as he goes through the left of Murray's, but he's just not close enough. Tyler Donovan has that inside line covered. But in the meantime, it's race number 3 of the day, race win number 2 for Morgan Creasy in the Thunderbike Ultras. Next up is Tyler Donovan, just ahead of Darrell Dance by 0.1 of a second.
Oh, fantastic stuff between those two. Let's not forget the other battle. That battle between Wood and Fern is actually also very much a championship battle, because James and Clinton are only separated by 5 points. The other person in that mix is not racing in this race. I think he had problems earlier, and that, of course, is Kieran Smith. And Kieran's another one who missed the first couple of races of the year as well. In terms of the rookies, then we're going to wait for them to come across the line, but it was Peter Cannons who led last time round. Now, Peter, he currently 5th in the championship, missed the first 2 rounds. He has finished on the podium 7 out of 8 times in the races he's done at Snetterton and Donington. Again, he was one who missed Cadwell Park, so not putting a serious championship challenge together. But we'll wait and see as we watch the rest of them come across the line. Tony Russo taking another extreme win ahead of David May, who does beat Darren Corkett, so I think Tony, you owe him a beer, that's for sure. Kilty, Firth, Stagg, Biswell, your next one.